For me personally, grinds are the funnest thing within skateboarding. They're my go-to tricks at a skate park, and once I find a smooth ledge, I'll be there all day. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you 5 grinds that anyone can learn on a skateboard. So first things first, before you start attempting these grinds, there's a few basic things that you should have down. Number 1, the ollie. This is essential and will be the base for learning every trick on this list. I'd suggest practicing ollies until you consistently have them every go. Number 2, flat ground manuals and landing a manual from a drop. I would suggest that you practice manualing on flat ground, and being able to hold a manual for at least 3 seconds will be a bonus. Grinds are all about balance and weight distribution. I would also highly suggest learning to manual off a drop or a ledge, as you're going to need to get used to the impact of drops and learn how to pop out of grinds. Number 3, 180 ollie both ways. So these are not essential, but I would definitely suggest getting used to throwing your board and your weight 180 degrees both frontside and backside. Most grinds will require you to shift the ollie into a direction in order to land on top of the ledge or the rail, and if you spent time learning to frontside or backside 180, then this is going to be a lot easier. Number 4, shifty ollies on flat or upper curb. Shifty ollies are basically ollies, but you're throwing your weight forwards or backwards. Again, these are not mandatory to learn grinds, but will make it a lot easier when you start committing into the grinds. So the first grind we're going to be looking at today is the frontside 50-50. The frontside 50-50 is probably the most basic grind and the biggest stepping stone to learning other grinds. So once you have the 50-50 down, you'll be able to move on to other grinds a lot easier. I would definitely suggest shifty ollieing up a curb or landing in 50-50 stall on a curb before trying this. Once you've got that down, you can then move on to a ledge or a rail. I would definitely suggest learning on a ledge rather than a rail. It's going to be less risky and there's more room for error on a ledge. Your feet positioning for a 50-50 are going to be very similar to an ollie. Back foot on the tail, front foot on the bolts or near the bolts. This part is very preference based. From my experience, you should ride up to the ledge at a parallel angle, but your front truck's slightly facing towards the ledge. This will help landing on top of the ledge, as the momentum from your board will already be going on top of the ledge. As you ollie, you need to realign your front truck so that it lands on top of the rail. The first few attempts you're probably going to land in feeble because you won't be realigning that front truck. Throughout the ollie, you need to keep your weight centered, and then once you land on the rail, also keep your weight centered. Leaning too far forward will cause you to stick on the rail depending on how waxed that rail is. To ride away, you'll need to either manual off the end of the ledge or pivot off. The more speed you have or the more waxed the rail is, the easier it should be to ride away. For me, the secret of this trick is to get comfortable ollieing up heights and keeping your balance. Trick number 2, frontside board slide. The easiest way to learn this trick is by doing a kiss the rail. A kiss the rail means that you basically grind the end of the rail. Board slides are great because you don't actually have to have mastered an ollie to learn them. You can usually learn them just from being comfortable with popping the board, as you don't need to actually commit yourself on top of the ledge. For this trick, you're going to ride up to the ledge the same way as you would with 50-50, feet in the ollie position, back foot on the tail, front foot on the bolts or below. Keep your board and your body parallel to the ledge, but front truck facing slightly towards the ledge. Pop onto the ledge at a 90-degree angle. It's important here that you don't throw your weight or your board on top of the ledge or you'll most likely stick. Try aiming for the middle of your board to be on the corner of the ledge. You'll need to trial and error leaning forwards or backwards on this trick. Leaning too far forwards means you'll stick, and leaning too far back means you'll slip out, and that's the scariest part of learning the frontside board slide. The key to this trick is keeping the upper part of your body facing forwards, as you were before you popped onto the rail, and the lower body and your board at a slight 90-degree angle on the rail. This will help naturally turning out of the trick once you come off the ledge. I would also say you don't need to pop or do much to get out of this trick. You're basically going to keep your body turned and your legs will follow. Trick number 3, backside board slide. This is exactly the same as a frontside board slide, but I would argue this is far easier to learn. Keep your board parallel riding up, with your front trucks facing slightly inwards, feet in an ollie position. For this trick, I would suggest keeping your full body at a 90-degree angle on top of the ledge. Again, you're going to need to trial and error leaning forwards or backwards, as this is something you can't teach, and it's something that will eventually come natural to you. Once you get to the end of the ledge, turn your body 90 degrees, your legs and board will then follow. And again, you don't need to pop or force anything to get off the ledge here. Your board will naturally come off as you turn your body. If you're finding that your board isn't making it off the ledge, then you might need a little bit more speed or to wax the ledge a little bit more. Trick number 4, backside nose slide. Nose slides are quite hard to get the hang of, but once you do, they're super fun. I suggest learning 180 ollies before attempting this trick. It's going to save a lot of frustration in the long run. You'll want to ride up to the ledge facing parallel but front truck slightly towards the ledge. Feet in an ollie position, and it's important here that you don't start with your front foot on the nose. This is something that a lot of people will do trying to learn the trick. They'll ride up back foot on the board, front foot already on the nose. This is going to stop you from being able to pop a high enough ollie to get onto the ledge. Do a 90-degree ollie as you're riding up to the ledge. As your nose gets closer to the ledge, throw your body weight over to the top of the ledge. This is a trick that you'll need to commit onto the top of the ledge to stay on. You'll need to throw your weight onto your front foot. If you keep your weight centered and not on the front foot once you get onto the ledge, you won't grind very far. When you're ready to come out of the grind, there's two things you can do here. You can either turn your body and push the nose so you'll slide off the ledge and face forward, or you can pop the nose doing almost a 90-degree nollie. A lot of people will suggest learning a slappy nose slide first, but this is something that I've personally never thought was an easy trick, so I wouldn't suggest it here. Trick number 5, frontside 5-0. This, in my opinion, is the hardest trick of the 5 to learn. Your setup is pretty much the exact same as the 50-50, feet in an ollie position, parallel to the ledge, front truck facing slightly towards the ledge. The only difference here is once you ollie, you're going to throw your weight onto your back foot and lean back. You really need to commit to landing on top of the ledge for this trick. Once you feel that you're about to land on the ledge, keep your tail and your back foot pushed down. Even with your tail on the ledge, you're still going to grind. Once you get to the end of the ledge, you're going to keep your tail down, and then once you come off the ledge, you're going to center your body weight again to ride away. This is one of those tricks that's easy to master once you learn how to do it. Again, another way to build up to this trick is by doing 5-0 stalls on a curb. A lot of people think that 5-0s need to be manualed, so no front truck down or no tail down. This is something that I don't agree with, and I think that a tail down is fine, and it definitely makes this trick a lot easier to learn. Everybody definitely has preferences when it comes to learning tricks. Some people might find these tricks easy, some people might find these tricks hard. You basically just have to find what works for you. And these are the 5 tricks that I pretty much learned when I first started skateboarding all those years ago. If you're struggling with any tricks on this list, or tricks that are maybe not on this list, feel free to drop a comment and I'll try and help out as much as I can. I hope this video has helped. See you in the next one.